If you think one small habit can't change your life, Ethan's journey will prove you wrong. In the quiet suburbs of Dayton, Ohio, lived a 17-year-old boy named Ethan Miller, a boy who always walked with his head down, shoulders slumped, as if carrying the weight of the world on his back. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't weak. He was simply tired. Tired of the bullying, tired of the expectations, tired of waking up every morning wondering why he wasn't good enough. At school, people called him Slowpoke, Heavy E, and Turtle, mocking his body, his grades, even the way he breathed. Teachers tried, but even they couldn't reach him. Depression wrapped around Ethan like a thick fog, silent, suffocating. His report cards sank, his friendships faded, and every night he stared at his ceiling in the dark, asking himself, "Why am I like this?" He didn't know how to fix his life. He didn't even know where to begin. Ethan's parents, worried sick, took him to a therapist. Ethan expected complicated advice, lectures, books, endless worksheets. Instead, Dr. Turner leaned forward gently and said something so simple it almost sounded silly. "Ethan, I want you to take a 10-minute walk every morning." Ethan frowned. "A walk? That's it?" Dr. Turner nodded. "Just walk. Don't run. Don't push yourself. Just step outside every morning. 10 minutes. No excuses." Ethan didn't believe it would help, but he promised anyway. The next morning, with the sky still gray and cold, Ohio air biting at his cheeks, he stepped outside and walked. He hated it. His feet dragged, his mind raced, and he kept hearing echoes of bullies' voices in his head. But on day 2, he walked again. On day 3, he walked again. And somehow, after a week, something shifted. The air felt lighter, his breathing steadied. For the first time in months, he felt like the world wasn't crushing him. Subscribe to English Story Academy for more emotional and motivational stories. By the 3rd week, Ethan felt a tiny spark inside him, small but real. His morning walks became the only part of his day he looked forward to. He started noticing things he'd ignored before. The neighbor's dog wagging its tail, the smell of fresh dew on the grass, the way the sunrise painted the Ohio sky in soft orange. One morning, without thinking, he walked faster. The next day, he jogged for 30 seconds. The day after that, 1 full minute. His chest burned, sweat dripped down his neck. But for the first time in years, Ethan felt alive. His body, once heavy and slow, began to feel like it was waking up. And deep inside, so was he. That was the moment Ethan realized something powerful. Progress doesn't come from perfection. It comes from showing up. Ethan's classmates didn't change overnight. Some still sneered when he walked by. A few laughed when he came to school smelling slightly sweaty from his morning jog. But Ethan was different now. The insults stung less. His shoulders didn't sink. He didn't hide behind hoodies anymore. Slowly, his body began to change. Pounds dropped, muscles formed, his face brightened, and even his posture improved. One day in gym class, the track coach noticed Ethan jogging laps alone after everyone else had stopped. The coach approached him and said, "You've got heart, kid. Ever thought about joining the track team?" Ethan froze. Him? The kid who couldn't run a mile last semester? The kid who used to wheeze after walking upstairs? But something in him whispered, "Why not try?" So he did. Track wasn't easy. Ethan failed almost every drill at first. He finished last in every warm-up race. Some teammates laughed behind his back, calling him charity case. But Ethan had something stronger than talent. He had routine, discipline. His 10-minute habit had grown into morning jogs, then afternoon runs, then late-night stretching sessions. When he cried from pain, he kept going. When he wanted to quit, he remembered the boy who once couldn't walk for 10 minutes without feeling worthless. And slowly, Ethan improved. His times shortened, his breathing steadied. The coach stopped giving him pity looks and started nodding proudly. Ethan wasn't the fastest, but he was the hardest worker on the track. By senior year, Ethan wasn't just a runner. He was a fighter. A kid who refused to stay broken. A kid who rebuilt himself from the smallest habit imaginable. During the regional meet in Columbus, Ethan ran like his life depended on it. Every step carried memories of bullying, pain, late-night tears. And every step also carried hope. He didn't win first place. He didn't need to. He came in third. For a boy who once couldn't walk 10 minutes, that bronze medal felt like pure gold. Colleges noticed his determination, and one afternoon an envelope arrived, a track scholarship offer. Ethan stared at the letter, hands shaking, tears falling onto the paper. He wasn't the boy who hid anymore. He wasn't the boy who hated himself. He had accepted himself, and that changed everything. When Ethan left for college, he packed more than running shoes. He packed a new identity. He wasn't the bullied kid from Ohio anymore. He was a young man who learned that small habits can rewrite an entire life. On campus, he became known as the guy who never misses a morning run.
It's okay.
He helped struggling freshmen build confidence. He spoke at school events about overcoming self-doubt. He told everyone the truth. A 10-minute walk saved my life. People listened because he had lived the pain they felt, and he had survived it. Years later, Ethan returned to Dayton High to speak to the next generation of scared, insecure teens. Standing in the gym where he once cried from humiliation, he looked out at hundreds of students and said, "You don't need to change everything today. Just take one step, one tiny step. Do it again tomorrow, and then again." His voice cracked with emotion as he remembered the boy he once was, the boy who hated himself, the boy who thought he wasn't enough. And then he smiled, tears in his eyes, knowing he had become someone that boy could finally be proud of. Ethan learned one of the greatest truths in life. Small habits don't just change your routine, they change you. And when you learn to accept yourself, nothing can stop you. Moral of the story: 1. Big transformations start with the smallest steps. 2. Self-acceptance is the strongest habit you will ever build. Subscribe to English Story Academy channel for more emotional stories.